Praise be to Jesus. Hi everyone, Charles here with you this morning. We have to remember to go to Mass today. Well, there's still, it's a quiet time here for news, but I ran across one thing that it's not news, but it's opinion. But I read the article, it's not that long, and I think it's well stated and reflects what we think, so I think it'd be a good summary to go ahead and read to you. This is from CatholicCulture.org. Remember back in 2014 and again in 2015 when angry bishops protested that the Vatican staff was manipulating the Synod of Bishops? This year, when the Synod met to discuss youth and vocation, the complaints were different in tone. The participating bishops could no longer claim to be surprised by the maneuvering of the staff. The manipulation was too obvious. As the Synod ended its work, George Weigel provided a comprehensive summary of how the meeting had played out. The tensions between the Synod staff and the participating bishops were evident, he reports. Discussing the heavy-handed approach taken by the Secretary General of the Synod, Weigel writes, "If Pope Francis is serious about making the Synod of Bishops work better, he will thank Lorenzo Baldessari for his service and bring in a new General Secretary right away." That's an unlikely prospect, however, because Cardinal Baldessari, who was appointed by Pope Francis, is one of the Pontiff's staunchest allies. His tactics during the October session were calculated to advance two of Pope Francis's favorite goals: to increase the teaching authority of the Synod and to ensure that the bishop's message was in line with the Pope's preferences. You can see the difficulty there, can't you? It's no easy trick to tell a group of bishops that they should teach with authority and then to tell them what they should teach. If the Synod is merely to rubber stamp papal policies, then it doesn't have much authority on its own. Nevertheless, this year's meeting, as orchestrated by Cardinal Baldessari, saw a series of attempts to tell the bishops what they should say. The Committee of Bishops selected to draft the final document for the group found that a statement had already been drafted by the ever-helpful Synod staff. That statement included a lengthy discussion of synodal government, a topic that the bishops had not really addressed, but one close to the Pope's heart. And finally, the final statement included an admonition that the bishop's document should be read in the light of the Instrumentum Laboris, the preparatory document that had been presented to the assembly by the staff before the bishops began their discussions. As Father Raymond de Souza points out, the working document, the Instrumentum Laboris, was not prepared by the Synod, nor was it voted upon by them. So how could the staff document be interpreted as an expression of the bishop's thoughts? Indeed. It couldn't, of course, but the staff seemed less interested in collecting the bishop's thoughts than in promoting the thoughts of Pope Francis. For that matter, even the thoughts of previous pontiffs were given short shrift. A word I'm not familiar with. Strife. Maybe it's strife. Oh, I think it is strife. Weigel reminds us that Pope John Paul II was spectacularly successful in reaching out to young people. Yet the final document of this synod whose topic was reaching out to young people, ignores him. In another perceptive report on the Synod, Christopher Alteri remarks that the bishops did not allow their discussion to be dominated by the current crisis of confidence in the hierarchy. But in his closing remarks to the assembly, in which he spoke again of the great accuser who criticizes bishops, Pope Francis betrayed his own preoccupation with the crisis. As well he might. Alteri writes, Pope Francis still has a chance, perhaps there's only one left, to right the ship. Whatever else this October meeting accomplished, it did not enhance confidence in the Pope's leadership. Of course, now this is his opinion. Now, probably, I would say the majority of people who followed this, at least to some extent, would disagree with him because they like Pope Francis. They want to believe in him. So they'll find reasons to say, oh, yeah, it enhanced my confidence in his leadership. Beliefs are, I don't know, they could be like the most powerful thing in our reality, what we believe. We can't prove them. People have all different kinds of beliefs. But really, your thinking and the way you feel and how you behave, your actions, have a lot to do with what you believe. So when somebody believes something, they'll back it up with all kinds of, sometimes truth, hopefully truth, but many times things that aren't true. They don't really care about the truth. They just care about reinforcing what they believe because they want to believe what they want to believe. I think really that's the bottom line. Well, anyway, that's enough of me, but okay, so that's it. I'm going to stop talking here, and I'm going to put up a prayer. Okay, bye.